When I first got into entrepreneurship, I didn't know any other kids were like me. We definitely need a lot more acceptance of young people being entrepreneurs. So I think having a awards that actually acknowledges that and says you're doing amazing, continue your work is really important, because there's something about knowing you're not alone in a difficult task that helps you think you can complete it. And being an entrepreneur is difficult sometimes. No matter how much support you have, there is still that stigma, and having someone pat you on the back and say, look, you're doing good. You're not failing, you're doing really, really well. You need to continue with this. So there's really nothing bad that can happen. The only things that are going to happen is you're just going to go forwards. And that's a really bad place to be, isn't it?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Teens in Business Awards for 2021. I'm Margaret O'Brien, the co-founder and CEO of one of the three organisations bringing this event to you today. We're just waiting on a few additional people to join us. They're coming in a few at a time into the waiting room, but I will get started on a few housekeeping items for today. Here is the order of events. So if you are one of the keen finalists waiting to present tonight, this is the order that you will be presenting, and we're really super excited to hear you share your story and journey with us. There will be a series of presentations and then a short 5-minute intermission before we go on to the final categories. So there will be a little bit of a break in proceedings for that. Due to the number of people watching today, we've decided to mute all people on here. Apologies for that. However, the way that you can communicate really nicely with all of the finalists and winners is by using the chat function and by using the emojis. And we really encourage you to use both the chat and emojis to really show your support for all of the young people and all their amazing work. Some of us have had the pleasure of meeting and mentoring some of the young people in the last week, and you're just all going to be blown away by what they're going to talk about today. Another thing to mention is that for all the finalists, just to make it easy for Kat, who is running our Zoom experience today, is to make sure that your name on your Zoom account is your name, just so that she can easily find you, spotlight you, so you do come up on people's screen when you're talking, and also be able to do that quite quickly as well. So if you haven't already done that, please change your name to your own name. Finalists are also encouraged to respond to any of the questions or anything in the chat after they have spoken. So if there's any if you have any questions or anything that you would be burning to ask if this was an in-person event, please put them in the chat too. I'm sure the young people will really enjoy answering any of those questions, and I'm sure as per the champion categories as well, and that's our amazing entrepreneurial educators and also our mentor champions. Okay, so just also a final reminder in terms of these little housekeeping aspects. As you can see, the event is recording today. There are a number of people that obviously would like to join us with different time zones across the country and other things happening. They can't, but I'm sure they'll be watching this presentation. So we are recording it for the benefit of those people and schools and other members of the community that want to see that. So I'm just checking now. I'm just checking if I'm going to throw to Sharon, but do we have Sharon here, Kat?
Yes, we do. I'm just adding her in now. Hopefully you can hear.
Beautiful. It's my absolute honour to pass now to Sharon Windsor, an amazing entrepreneur from Mudgee in New South Wales. She was kindly volunteered on the judging panel for our inaugural awards, and I'd love to hand over to you now, Sharon, for the welcome to country.
Thank you. Welcome everybody. My name is Sharon, and in my language I say Yamagara Maingu Tuni Kanarapa, which means hello, welcome. I come from where the sun sets in the west, Nambar Nation, I'd like to acknowledge and pay respects that I am on Wiradjuri country today, speaking to you, where I'm now based. I'd like to acknowledge and pay respects to all other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are with us here today. Congratulations to everybody who's participating in these awards. You're all amazing. And I hope you really enjoy this and take this forward with you in your life and your journey, wherever you may go. Yunataku, thank you.
Okay, Kat, can you see if you can unmute Kachira?
Yeah.
There she is.
Should be good now.
Thank you, Kachira. She's just muted.
I'm unmuting. Can you hear me?
There you are, Kachira.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm really sorry, I can't hear anything. I'm really sorry if you're talking to me, I can't hear you. So hi guys, I just want to say a big thank you for that amazing welcome to country. We want to acknowledge and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. So I'm Kachira Haliday. I'm a social entrepreneur and founder of 8x8 to Educate, as well as the youth ambassador for this Teen in Business Awards. And when I first started my entrepreneurial journey when I was 13, it was pretty scary. I didn't know any other young kids like me. I couldn't see anyone doing things that I was doing. And it's really inspiring now to see the Teen in Business Awards helping elevate and advocate for young people and, you know, really fostering those empathy skills, those problem solving and creative and skills, as well as really helping foster that drive for entrepreneurship. I know personally, I'm really, really excited to hear from the finalists today and see what their ideas are and where they hope to go with them in the future. So I'm joined by a few representatives from the 3 entrepreneurial organisations who dreamt up this amazing initiative 12 months ago. And they're going to tell you a little bit more about themselves, as well as why the Teen in Business Awards, as well as entrepreneurial education, just matters so much if we want to keep fostering this amazing entrepreneurial spirit in young people. Now we're going to start with Janine from the Tech Girls movement. Janine, why don't you tell us about Tech Girls and why that was a catalyst for the Teen in Business Awards?
Thanks, Kachira. Hi, everyone. Congratulations for making it this far. You've done an amazing job, and what a great question. And so the reason why Tech Girls Movement Foundation is involved is because we want to provide more opportunities for young people to be recognised for the great work that they're doing. And the work that we do, it's all about young people solving young people's problems. And I don't know what problems young people have, and so certainly I can't solve them. So it's about getting as many young people involved as possible. So that's why all of you are here today. And so we run the Tech Girls program, which is really around design thinking and using an app to solve a problem in the local community. And we recognize there are so many different ways for young people to contribute to society and to really make a difference in the ways that, and the problems that they care about. So I'm so excited to be here today and to celebrate all of our young people and the great things that they're doing.
So thanks, Janine. I now want to introduce Mark from BOP Industries. Why don't you tell us a little bit about BOP and the skills that you're helping foster in these young people and helping to teach them, and why are those skills so important to young entrepreneurs?
Hi, Kachira, and hello to all of the finalists and everyone who entered. Congratulations for entering and being involved. Yes, I'm Mark. I'm here from BOP Industries. We run workshops, masterclasses, and events that help students develop skills in entrepreneurship, in innovation, and in STEM. We do really believe these skills will be essential for their future. And whether that's as entrepreneurs creating their own companies or as entrepreneurs in the companies they work within. We just feel these skills are so essential, and all three of those fields are very well aligned. So happy to be here, and yeah, looking forward to the event.
Thank you, Margaret. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Young Change Agents and how everyone can get behind and support these entrepreneurs and educators?
Yeah, fantastic, Kachira. So Young Change Agents are a national social enterprise. We work with young people and who are able to reframe the problems that they see all around them into opportunities using business models. And we support them in their lifelong learning around entrepreneurial education and into their entrepreneurial careers. But we also support the educators who work with all of our students across Australia. So we have a 4-stage capacity building process, plus our technology and tools that help entrepreneurial educators embed it into their schools across Australia. And we're really excited to co-host the Teens in Business Award, because it's another opportunity for young people to see that what they do is recognised and celebrated amongst everyone in the community and the ecosystem. And it's a really special day to do this as part of the Spark Festival event. So I'm going to segue straight into our first category for today. So our first category that we're going to listen to some amazing young people is our Tweenpreneur category. So that's our young 10 to 12-year-olds. And we'd like to thank our sponsors as we go along as well, including the Academy for Enterprising Girls as one of our sponsors and supporters of this initiative. So the Tween Entrepreneur of the Year finalists, as you can see, are up on the screen. We're going to first hear about Maisie Creations and hear from herself, Maisie Wood. Now, before Maisie kicks off, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what the judges loved, Maisie, about your idea. So they love that you're really studying studying market trends, and that they love that you're creating products that are really timely into those needs of your customers, and products that are just really loved by your customers. So take it away, Maisie.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy to be pitching my business, Maisie Creations. My name is Maisie and I'm 12, so a tween. When I was 9, I would always lose my lunchbox and I would eat, run, put it down and forget it. I needed a bag to put around my neck so I could run and play and have easy access to my snacks. Solution? I made it. I loved it, and so did a lot of kids in the playground. And Maisie Creations was born with the on-the-go bag. My product sold out at my school's kid market, and the business has continued to grow, adding products that my family needed to make small, sustainable changes. 100% food-safe snack bags and wrapper wraps to replace Ziploc bags and plastic wrap. Washable face pads replacing disposable cotton wool pads. Bendy band hair wraps to replace bad hair days. And hopefully soon to be discontinued reusable face mask. I do all the sewing, cutting, ironing, and packaging. I love doing the socials, and the finances are even fun because I love maths and spending my hard-earned money. My parents loved them doing so well to fund my own passion for art and design, and I thank my family for all their awesome support. The choices we make is why Maisie Creations has continued to grow. Consumers realize the importance of making better, more sustainable purchases. If anyone in the audience would love to purchase a Maisie Creations sustainable product, please message me from my Instagram page, Maisie Creations AU. I currently make to order to avoid wastage, and I just created a website, and I'm researching how to make an e-commerce site. A link to my website can be found in my Instagram bio. Thank you so much for this opportunity. May everyone continue to make small changes for our environment and continue to support hard work, enterprising tweens in our community. Thank you.
Congratulations, Maisie. What a great start. Thank you for kicking us off tonight. We're now going to move on to the next finalist, Siobhan Wilson. The judges were so impressed, Siobhan, with your idea, specifically around the empathy that you show for your customers and the impact that it will make on the lives of those young people that you help. Take it away, Siobhan.
Hello everyone, my name is Siobhan Wilson and I'm the founder and owner of Our Pixie Friends. I brought some of the Our Pixie Friends with me today. I have some medical conditions such as anxiety, anaphylaxis, allergies, NDOD, and many, many more. I was always left out and no one would like to hold my hand sometimes because they thought they could catch my eczema. I thought, what's wrong with me? Why am I the only one?
Hey, Siobhan, I felt like that too.
Really, Pedro?
Yeah. Wow. I think I'm the only one with the EpiPen.
No, I have an EpiPen too.
Oh.
There's lots of support for the adults on social media, but there's nothing for the kids. That's what I want to change. When I was 6, I realized I wasn't alone. I decided to help other young children aged 2 to 8 who are isolated, and I wanted to boost their self-esteem, encourage other kids to be kind and inclusive. My dream is to raise $1 million for medical research. 10% of my sales goes to medical research, and one day I'd love to have my pixie characters in the ambulances.
Hey, Siobhan, that would be great fun. I like that too.
Yeah.
Hey, tell them about my book, Siobhan.
Okay. Well, this is Kayla's book, and it comes with a set of magic pixie crystals to help children feel brave. I have a range of merchandise, and the book has already sold over 80 copies. It's in libraries and book distributors have it, so do bookshops. And I'm also doing author tours. I have cards with activity booklets, which are birthday cards, get well soon cards, and thinking of you cards. You can donate a thinking of you card on my website.
Hey, Siobhan.
Yeah.
Didn't you give 50 of your cards to cancer kids?
Yes, that's right. I donated 50 thinking of you cards to the Childhood Cancer Support.
And tell them about the things that help you feel good about yourself. They're my favourite.
Okay. Well, the personalised prints help young special kits, positive affirmation bookmarks, which can be door hangers as well. And for anxiety, we have paint packs and meditations on the website.
I love them.
I know you do, Maxie. I have some magic pixie tricks to help you learn to read, bingo games, and pixie challenge cards.
Yeah, they help me to focus when I'm getting fidgety at school and doing my homework.
Yeah. I designed an interactive, entertaining website where you can buy all of the merchandise you see behind me. Eventually, I'd love games on my website so children don't feel bored in hospital. I have personalised heat transfers, which you can buy on the on pillowcases and shirts, or you can just have the heat transfers delivered to you. On the map of Swizzletania, we have blogs and print at home activities. You can create a pixie profile that's anonymous to be safe online. I have an art gallery and a library on my website, so you can upload stories and art of your experiences. I'd love to have an Our Pixie Friends TV show and maybe a theme park later on. The most important thing to me is the impact I can have to improve the lives of children. Come and see me at the Source Kids Disability Expo on the 13th to 14th of November. To learn more, listen to my next pitch, the Empathetic Entrepreneur category. Thank you for choosing me as a finalist.
Bye.
Thank you so much. That was such a creative pitch, and I want you to go back and read some of the comments in the chat. Now we're going to move to the lovely Olivia, who's waiting in the wings here, who's going to tell us all about the Wellbeing Wonder Packs that she's created. But before she does, I want to tell you that the judges were very impressed with your business. They said it solves a really serious problem. You had really clear understanding of your customer and a very clear financial model as well. So well done, Olivia, and tell us about your idea.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm 11 years old and I'm in year 6. A few years ago, I had a tough time dealing with anxiety, and when I was 8, I picked up running and I found it really helped. Well, along the way through my journey of anxiety, I found quite a few other strategies that helped me deal with it. So from my experience, I have taken inspiration from it and decided to make a business out of it. In 2014, there were 314,000 children diagnosed with anxiety in Australia. It is a big problem because that's stopping children to thrive and have fun and be kids. So with my packs, I help everybody thrive and be happy and have a positive experience as a child. My Wellbeing Wonder Packs have a couple of things in them. First, I have tip cards. My tip cards include a positive quote, an activity card, and strategy cards to help you deal with anxiety. My bags also have a rose quartz crystal in them, and that is known for having healing powers. And I also have friendship bracelets to give to somebody you trust. My financial, I print 3D printed animals for profit to help support my business. I also got a seed loan from my school to help me support my business. So with the combination of my 3D printed animals and the seed loan, I was able to start and support my business. I sell at school markets and sometimes local markets through my school, and I have made over $300 of profit so far. My target audience is children aged from 8 to 14 and designed for all genders, though I have found that girls are more attracted to my product. Moving forward, I would like to build an app so that my business could become, so more people could know of my business. And I also I'm going to build a website for marketing and for scarceability. I also wanted to get into more local markets around my area so that I can sell more products and help more people. I'm very thankful for this opportunity, and I'm very grateful for being a finalist. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you. It's my pleasure now and my privilege to announce the winner of the Tween Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Goes to Siobhan Wilson of our Pixie Friends. If you can all congratulate Siobhan via the chat and via emojis. Thank you so much, Siobhan. I know we're going to hear a little bit from you later in any case, so congratulations. I'm now going to hand back to Kachira. Kachira will be interviewing one of our special guest judges who'll give some thoughts on the cohort in general, as he was able to see a lot of the entries. Kachira.
So hi, I just want to ask Peter a couple of absolutely really interesting questions. Number one is, Peter, you are a pretty awesome entrepreneur yourself. So how was your experience judging this competition in relation to all of the things you've experienced?
Yeah, thank you for having me, and congratulations to everyone. It was a really enjoyable experience. I found it to be inspiring, to be honest, to see how switched on, how focused, how passionate all the entrants were, how they'd really been able to identify something that meant a lot to them and, craft a business idea from that concept. And I think that's key. If you can find something you're passionate about, you're usually pretty good at it.
Thank you, Peter. Another question I've got for you is, I know in my entrepreneurial journey, it was pretty difficult initially knowing the do's and don'ts of what to do. So what's one piece of advice that you would like to give to the young people in the audience about their own entrepreneurial journey and their adventures into business?
Well, sometimes the pathway forward is not clear and you don't know what to do and what not to do. So learn as much as you can about your space and about your opportunity. Don't be scared to fail or don't be scared to pivot. I think, if you think you know all the answers when you're starting out, you're probably going to be mistaken. So don't be scared to pivot from what you learn, but learn something from each and every experience and then try and apply that to challenge yourself and the status quo every day.
All right, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Peter, for that great advice and for volunteering your time to be part of this judging panel. I know it means a lot to us as young people to have support from adults and to have support from experienced business people. So just having you here and having that advice is incredibly validating to young people. I'd now like to pass back to Mark from BOP Industries, and he's going to introduce our next category.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kachira. And perfect timing with that answer, Peter, because we are actually going to be awarding the Pivoting Pioneer Award next, which is sponsored by the Telstra Foundation. And it really does recognise those entrepreneurs who've had to pivot and evolve their business model, whether based on validation or the changing world. So we're now going to hear from all of our finalists who successfully pivoted in this category. So firstly, I'd like to introduce Brother Sister Bubble Tea. Now, this business really impressed us and all the judges by transitioning from a local market-dependent business to an online contactless business, given the pandemic. This really did demonstrate some resilience and maturity and allowed for their business to continue and progress. So Jaleel and Carla, please come to the stage and give us a quick pitch.
Hi, I'm Kola.
And I'm Jalil.
And welcome to our pitch for Brother Sister Bubble Tea. I'm in Year 10 and my brother's in Year 12. We moved to regional New South Wales in 2017 and quickly began to notice the different opportunities and lifestyles for the youth in regional New South Wales. We noticed that our peers here were missing out on offerings that we took for granted in our urban life. The spectrum is vast, from mental health support, sporting opportunities, education, training, employment opportunities, and even as simple as entertainment, recreation, and food.
We knew what we were missing out on, and we wanted to bridge that gap, if only marginally, but we wanted to bring joy to our town. So we decided to team up as we both were familiar with urban culture and could tap into each other's skill sets.
Jalil has amazing people skills.
And Hola is highly organized. We decided to offer one of our favorite highly trending drinks, bubble tea. You would be surprised how many people shy away as they think, what on earth is bubbles in tea?
We started at the local farmers markets and experienced growth, instantly experienced growth, even being able to train up and employ fellow youth. Then, of course, we all had to tackle COVID and lockdowns and knew the youth morale was slipping. So we decided to do something about it.
We put our heads together and built an online store where people could order bubble tea and offer contactless delivery. Who could have thought that a cup of drink could bring so many people joy? It has been so much fun spreading happiness. I would say that is our biggest achievement.
We have received requests for DIY packs, and our dream is to have a mobile bubble tea van of some sort so we can visit surrounding towns and festivals to promote Australia's diversity to the regions.
Since we've started, we've had to prioritize our studies and we've only been able to offer services on some weekends. Despite this, we've already served over 10 flavors with over 50 combinations of toppings and have sold over 1,000 drinks. Thanks for listening to our speech.
Thank you so much, team. That is such a fantastic idea and is definitely making me thirsty as well. So I'll have to get a bubble tea on the way home tonight, I think. Secondly, I'd like to invite Rusty Recycle Art to the stage. Now, our judges really loved this business for its environmental impact and its huge market potential, with reuse and recycle being such a key opportunity in the future. Luke's talents are also very great with the metalwork generally, so want to commend him there. Luke, can you please come to the stage and give us a quick pitch?
Do you have discarded shed and garden tools or other metal in your backyard or shed? have you ever just looked at it and thought, what will I ever do with that? Hi, I'm Luke. I'm 15 years old. I'm in Year 9 at Heathfield High School. I'm a lover of our environment, and I'm the creator of rusty recycled art. There is discarded metal everywhere in Australia, and I've collected from all over South Australia. I create unique artwork from something that was disposed of and has very little value. The South Australian Living Arts Festival, or SALA as you might know it, was my pivoting point. I gained exposure before my exhibition has even started. I've had 3 different newspapers in 3 different articles, including the front page of a local newspaper. People read my story and contacted me and donated rusty treasures for me to make stuff out of. I sold over 75% of my work on the opening day, and by the end of my exhibition, I sold over 90% of my work. I also have taken $4,000 worth of orders. I've been invited to exhibit my work in two open gardens as part of an open garden in South Australia. This will be happening in November. And I've had 3 shops ask if I could stock my work. I don't have enough time in my week, so I taught my brother how to weld, and now I employ him in every weekend and whenever he's free. My business started out as a $20 boss project in Year 8, where I learned how to solve problems and work with money, and now it has grown out of something I could never imagine. I've been working on something very large and very exciting, and it'll be announced very soon. Follow my social media pages to see what it'll be. So my social media page is Rusty Recycled Art, as my thing normally is, and this is sort of what I create, and the stuff behind me is what I create. So yeah.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Luke. Look forward to seeing you on the next series of Making It Australia. I think you'll dominate the competition. Our third nominee is Scrunchy Munchies, who I would like to invite to the stage now. Now, we were really impressed by the pivot in this business as Kate added masks from her initial offering of scrunchies, which really did directly address a need in the community, and it broadened her market and, yeah, helped more people be able to buy her products. So, Kate, please come to the stage and give us a quick pitch.
Hi, I'm Kate Barry. I am a 14 years old and the proud owner of Scrunchy Munchies. 3 years ago, when I was in Year 5, I noticed all the scrunchies in the shops were really expensive, or they were imported from overseas. So, to fund my trip to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in Melbourne, I started making scrunchies and sales took off from there. I sold them in local markets, made custom twisty ranges for local sports teams and schools, got distribution in local hairdressers, and even pitched Shark Tank style to sell as the official supplier at my school uniform store. I built a website myself and started growing awareness of my brand using social media. I also support the Dolly's Dream charity, with a percentage of school range profits given to this fabulous cause. Lockdown in 2020 changed this though. When the pandemic hit last year and we were plunged into lockdown, my school principal put out the challenge to thrive rather than survive. Taking on his challenge, I pivoted my range to include fashionable and functional double-layered cotton masks with a filter to make it medical grade. They even include an adjustable nose piece and adjustable ears so it fits your face. Most of these were aimed at kids and teens in a range of different designs. I then carried this pivot into the latest lockdown, launching a hug in a box, showcasing a range of small gifts to all girls who may be doing it tough during these tough times. These masks and gifts have been really well received and allowed my business to continue and reach a different market. 3.5 years later, I'm still going strong. I've made over $12,000 in profit and continue to look at ways to expand the presence of my scrunchies. I've just been featured in Kids in Biz, It Girl magazine, as well as a number of other magazines, including Wonder and Total Girl. And know that while scrunchies may be very well a trend, I need to nimble and keep changing my business to keep it alive. Go on, put a little magic in your hair.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Kate. Got to love a tagline at the end. That is fantastic. And our final nominee for the Pivoting Pioneer Award, Build My Event, I'd like to invite to the stage now. Build My Event moved from an event planning business to being a site where both vendors and clients alike can both post and find each other. And this pivot really is a great way for them to build a platform that will attract more users. So I'd like to invite Build My Event to the stage, and please do your pitch.
Hello, my name is Ramona Bouche. I'm 17 from Western Sydney, New South Wales. And my social e-commerce Build My Event came from witnessing my auntie's stress plan while planning a birthday event for her daughter. She had everyone on different apps and websites trying to find the perfect bakery that could do mermaid cupcakes by the following week. She also had to contact all her services on different apps to confirm all her orders and began losing track of everything. After the event, I found a local bakery that could have done her catering and her cakes all in one place. Unfortunately, there was a small home business that didn't have the word cake in their name. This could have been a win-win situation for both parties, but instead, everyone ended up losing. My original idea was to create a platform where people can find event planners who can plan their events. After some research and feedback with my friends and family, they said they wouldn't even pay for an event planner because of the cost. So my idea changed to a platform where you become the event planner. While conducting my research, I read about how Instagram was turning into a social e-commerce platform, which is a place where you can be socially active while you shop online. Statistics supporting this trend was found in the article, The Rise of Social E-commerce in the New York Times, which reported that 7 in 10 Americans are doing holiday shopping through social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and it is estimated that these numbers are only going to increase. I decided to use my platform as a main marketing tool that would allow consumers to get excited and interested in my service by sharing memories and events to provide inspiration for others to plan similar events by using my service. I currently have a prototype of my business and event planner account on my website to give you an idea of what my account would look like. I have already joined free online coding classes to further expand my coding skills, and winning this challenge will allow me to attend professional coding classes to build my website for my users. I am also in need of a mentor to guide me through the retail and business services sector to get my platform running for my consumers. Check out my prototype website in the chat. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Rim, and congratulations to all our finalists for their amazing pivots. It's now time to announce the winner of the Pivoting Pioneer Award. And the winner of this year's Pivoting Pioneer Award is Kate Barry from Scrunchy Munchies. So everyone, please, congratulations to all our finalists and well done to Kate for taking out this award. Everyone put your congratulations in the chat, please, and get those emojis going. I'm actually hosting the next award also, so I'm just going to jump straight into that one. We next actually have up our Entrepreneur of the Year award. So yes, keep those congratulations coming to everyone in there as I read out this one. So we have the Entrepreneur of the Year award, which is kindly sponsored by AMP Foundation, which recognizes young people's contribution to a business as part of an innovation challenge, working in a business or in their schools. And we're very proud to announce the winner of this year's Entrepreneur of the Year award as Harry, Shelby, Jasmine, Sophie, and Montana from BEE, Benefit Education and Enterprises. We were really impressed by BEE, the winners. They were a great example of how entrepreneurship can be used to further enrich the students' learning experience, provide new opportunities for students, and further embed entrepreneurial education in schools. We now welcome them to your virtual stage to tell us about BEE and what their next steps are. So I invite the whole team to the stage now.
If you can just let me know what name you have on Zoom so we can invite you. If you're here.
BEE, please announce yourselves. Is it? It could be Harry, Shelby, Jasmine, Sophie, Montana. Found you guys. Excellent. Oh, we're still on mute, team. Yep, let's go.
Hi,
I'm Sophie, and this is my story. I've always struggled with being engaged in money. I found it difficult to connect to what the teachers were teaching me and why it mattered. The classes that I was being told were not fit for purpose and didn't suit me. Then I found entrepreneurial education. It was relevant, made sense of the world, and made me want to learn.
We discovered that our education system is no longer fit for purpose. However, we have created a solution.
We use empathy interviews with teachers, students, and industry to truly understand that there are 3 customers we need to serve.
Through our products and services, teachers can claim back their power, students can feel engaged, and we can foster skills to create the workforce our future industry needs.
We establish BEAT, Benefit, Education and Enterprise, as a pilot which we hope to take to the education system to support schools to have a benefit mindset that grows entrepreneurial education.
Our product is student-led, provides a real-world learning experience that plays to the unique strengths of every learner and develop creativity, resilience, benefit mindset, and a passion for adding value.
We are BEAT.
Welcome to the world of benefit education.
Fantastic stuff, team. Very well done. And congratulations again for taking out the Entrepreneur of the Year award. I think that's my emceeing duties over for the time being. So I'll pass back over. I believe it's to Margaret next, to talk about the next award.
Hi, everyone, and congratulations to all of the finalists and the winners so far. You may have seen sometimes me looking aside. We're trying to arrange 45 speakers tonight, so I'm so excited to bring this award to you. But we do have some logistical challenges. Some of our Indigenous young entrepreneurs are still trying to get online. So we're going to move that category a little bit further down so that we can still hear from our young Indigenous entrepreneurs. We're actually going to go straight into a conversation with Sharon Windsor.
Thank you.
So Sharon, if I've got you, have I got you on with me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. So Sharon, again, thank you for joining us as one of our very special guest judges. Now, you're the founder of an amazing social enterprise called Indigenous. Can you tell us a little bit about your business first, Sharon, how you got involved in that?
Yeah, so my journey in business started 25 years ago in Western Sydney. I grew up out in the bush and kind of relied on my mother's side of the family of knowledge to survive out in the bush. And I didn't realise it at the time, but it's something that has stuck with me all my life. And it's that connection to country and connection to natural foods and bush foods. And it's something that is embedded in my life now. And I wanted to be able to share knowledge of culture, our traditional culture, our traditional knowledge through bush foods. And so I've done lots of things over the years with bush tucker catering, traditional dance, cultural education. And so over that process, I've been working with lots of communities around the country, developing the bush food industry and working with communities on the ground around wild harvesting, around commercialising bush foods and employing lots of younger Aboriginal people. Traditionally, bush tucker is women's business. So I'm very passionate about supporting women and growing the number of Aboriginal women in the industry and supporting that as well. So it's been quite a long sort of journey for me, and through lots of trauma in my own life, bush foods and what I do has become my healing. It's a very important part of how I've healed myself as through business, and it's that connection to culture through food, it's connection to language, to spirituality, to continue to grow that. And that's how I've adapted that to lots of other communities to support, because there's been lots of trauma in our communities across the country, generational trauma and healing that needs to be done. So that's what I'm passionate about, and being able to bring that to life through bush foods and sharing that knowledge and bringing lots of women and young people on that journey with me.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that that story. And I've purchased a few of your products, so I encourage other people to go and have a look at the Indigenous site. There's some fantastic things there as well. In terms of the young,
thank you.
That's okay. In terms of the young people on our call today, what have you learned? What's your top tip for our young entrepreneurs through your journey? What have you learned, and what?
I am so inspired by all of these young people and the passion and the drive that they have. And that's half the battle that I find with people going into business, is having, and for me, it's been that fire in the belly, and it's something that you can't teach. And if you have that fire in the belly and that drive and motivation to be able to do something, to create change, or for a purpose that you believe in, you're already there, and that's 90% of the journey. And you can always, for me, I always found a way around barriers, and people have told me along the way, your business should never have worked, and on paper it should never have worked as well as it has. And that's because I've just found a way to make it happen because of that fire in the belly and that passion and that drive. So never give up on that belief in yourself. Never give up on that belief of the dream that you have. Don't ever let anybody tell you it could never happen, because it can. And always, believe in yourself and that purpose of what you're doing and the bigger picture, and you'll always find a way.
That's so inspirational, Sharon. That's absolutely the case. We talk about the why, what is your purpose, and that's what keeps you going when business gets tough. And of course, in business, we sometimes have a lot of good times and some tough days as well. So thank you. That's such good advice for everybody. So I was going to ask you to make some comments on the young Indigenous cohort as well. So if we can do that a bit later on, Sharon, that would be fantastic once we can get them online. So we were going to go to an intermission, but we're actually going to move straight to the next category and then have the intermission. So I'm going to welcome now Janine from Tech Girls Movement, who'll introduce the next category, just so that we have another category before the intermission. So over to you. So we're going to change this up just a little bit, and I'm going to welcome Janine to the stage.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Sharon. Amazing. I'm so incredibly inspired by what's happened today. It's amazing. So thank you all. It's been truly awesome. And so I am in a very fortunate position to talk about the Youth Entrepreneurship Mentor of the Year. And this is a category very close to my heart, running Tech Girls Movement Foundation. Mentors are a really key part of our program. And to recognize young people who are mentoring in the space is really, really important for me. So I'm grateful that we have this opportunity. So the Youth Entrepreneurship Mentor of the Year Award acknowledges someone who is supporting young people involved in entrepreneurial education. The category has attracted entries from across industry, local council, and even young people themselves who are supporting younger students, which is very exciting. So I would like to welcome to the stage Mark Brazen to speak about his role as a mentor. And I know judges loved how Mark helped students overcome mindset blocks and fears, and the thought that being able to help give authentic first-hand advice is such a wonderful example of empathy. So welcome, Mark.
I think, unfortunately, we don't actually have Mark Racing on the call with us at the moment. So maybe if we want to jump to Amelia from Full Steam Ahead, we could.
No problem. Well, thank you, Mark. You're amazing. And we're really grateful that you're part of this process. So wonderful. And so absolutely, I would like to welcome Amelia Monday to now share some words. So judges have congratulated Amelia on her creativity, her tenacity, and humanity. And through her lived experience, she is showing all people, young people particularly, how technology innovation breaks down barriers and creates accessibility. Welcome, Amelia.
Thanks, Janine. So, hi guys, I'm Amelia, and I wanted to share a little bit of my journey with you guys. So, I've been homeschooled all my life, which allowed me to follow my own passions and interests through my education. Because of this, I was able to enter university at the age of 13. I'm currently studying a double degree of the Bachelor of Medical Sciences and a Bachelor of Cognitive and Brain Sciences. This wouldn't have been possible without the amazing mentors that I've had through my education. So now it's my turn to pay it forward. I'm extremely passionate about providing opportunities and learning experiences to underrepresented groups. So I love encouraging girls to pursue STEAM skills and receive opportunities that I've had to reduce the significant gender gap in this field. I'm proud to represent the Tech Girls movement as a Tech Girl Student Ambassador, where I provide mentorship, technical support, and encouragement to girls who would like to engage in STEAM, as well as assisting in enterprising girls workshops. I've also developed a series of coding tutorials and weekly videos to provide other girls easy to follow instructions to develop their app ideas and entrepreneurial skills. In 2019, I had the opportunity to travel to China to mentor underprivileged children in robotics and provide opportunity to develop their English-speaking skills. I was invited back for 2020 and 2021. However, due to COVID, this wasn't possible. So I instead provided online tutorial sessions for these kids. I've also run a series of workshops for a group of adults from a disability support service. Clients very quickly had smiles on their faces as they learned to design, build, and code robots to maneuver around an obstacle course. This opportunity was only made possible due to my personal experience with neurodiverse individuals, which allowed me to adapt my teaching methods to ensure everyone was provided the same learning opportunity, including being able to deliver instructions in sign language. I am proud to team up with two of my younger siblings as we formed our business full steam ahead, so I can continue to reach and inspire these individuals. So thank you.
Wow. Thanks, Amelia. Amazing. And I love that you have your siblings along for the ride, which is brilliant. And I think you're a great role model. So amazing work. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And now I'd like to invite Mccrystal from Logan City Council to speak briefly. So judges saw Mark as a fantastic example of an adult who sees potential in young people and the myriad of opportunities available through entrepreneurship in an area that can greatly benefit from young youth having a positive role models and support. So we know that you're in a really important space, so love to hear from you, Mark.
Cool, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so I'll just talk really quickly about the Catapult program, which we lead here at Logan City Council. So basically, Catapult aims to assist young people aged 12 to 15 in Logan City with developing pathways into future employment by building foundational and highly transferable enterprising skills through the lens of entrepreneurship. So we do this by building strong links to local industry, building educator capacity and motivation, as well as providing fun and engaging learning experiences for young people. Working with the amazing team from Young Change Agents, to date we've worked with over 220 students and 15 educators across 6 schools in the Logan region. We've also engaged more than 15 local businesses to provide mentorship and support for young people, and our program alumni are still working hard to continue with the development of their product, one of which was Mark Raison. We've had amazing feedback from program participants, school leadership, business mentors, our counsellors, and we're really proud of what's been achieved so far. And we're excited to take things to the next level in 2022 with more businesses, students, educators, and program partners engaged. And that's me. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate you sharing that. And it's great that you're doing work with young people who really I guess can benefit from the experience that you're sharing with them. So thank you so much for the great work that you're doing. Amazing. And so I have the absolute pleasure to congratulate the finalists. So thank you all of the finalists. Thank you all the entrants, and thank you to all the finalists. And the winner of this Youth Entrepreneurship Mentor of the Year is Amelia Monday. Congratulations, Amelia. So, I'm sure they're all deserving winners, and we have to pick one. So congratulations, Amelia. We love your work, and please share your emojis and your love in the chat. And I'm sure, as you can hear from the stuff that Amelia's doing, some of it I didn't even know, and I work with Amelia, so I'm really, really impressed. And so Amazing work, everyone. And congratulations, Amelia.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So very cool. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So I think we're moving to our next category. Just checking, Margaret. We're still moving along and without a break. So just want to check that. But I am good to keep moving with our Empathetic Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yes, please, Janine.
Fabulous. Thanks, Margaret. So our Empathetic Entrepreneur of the Year award is sponsored by the Academy for Enterprising Girls, who Margaret and I work very closely with. And we're really excited that we can bring this opportunity to you to recognize empathetic entrepreneurs with a passion for listening and uncovering customer insights and opportunities. So I'm pleased to invite our Pixie friends to pitch. So feedback from the judges is, well done. This is a great idea and worthwhile cause. You're making a real difference to kids who need it most. So great work. Over to you, our Pixie friends.
Hello, I'm Siobhan Wilson. I'm the founder and owner of our Pixie Friends. I have lots of medical conditions, which include anxiety, asthma, allergies, eczema, and many, many more. I was always left out and no one wanted to hold my hand in line because I had eczema. I had to sit for hours at hospital and I was so bored. I always had a fear of medical procedures.
Oh, Siobhan, I'm scared when I have to have my allergy prick tests.
I know, I am too. I thought, what's wrong? Why am I the only one in the whole entire world with a medical condition? When I was 6, I realized that I wasn't alone. I decided to help other children, aged 2 to 8, realize that. I have a range of merchandise to boost self-esteem, build resilience, encourage inclusivity, and build friendship skills. I designed an interactive, entertaining website, which phase 1 went live in July. Eventually, I'd love games for children in hospital. On the Mccrystal, children can listen to blogs, print at home activities, create a Pixie profile for any medical need so that they don't feel left out. And they can upload any stories and art that they have to the art gallery and library. They're all checked before uploading to create a safe online environment. There's lots for adults, but there's nothing for kids. The most important thing to me is the impact that I can have to improve life in children.
Hi, Siobhan. Yeah, I'm really happy that my blog is on Radio Lollipop now.
Yes, all the blogs from our website are on Radio Lollipop on a global playlist, which is so exciting because they're going around the world in the UK and the USA.
Hi, Siobhan.
Yes, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Don't forget, I've got my book here.
Oh, your little books, Michaela. Oh, that's so cute.
It was published in July.
Wow. There's lots of other books in the Our Pixie Friends series, one of which is being illustrated at the moment. Michaela's book has sold over 80 copies, and Kim Richards bought 11 of my books to sell to put in every state school in the Redlands. It's also in the Logan, Ipswich, and Sunshine Coast libraries. It's available through many book distributors, bookshops, Amazon, and Booktopia. I've done author talks at schools and libraries and bookshops.
Oh, Siobhan, tell them about how your magic pixie crystals are helping kids.
Yes, that's right. They help kids feel brave. A girl from a school I did an author talk from took them home and gave them to her neighbour who was feeling sad. 2 girls in a bookstore I read to, they're going to take them to the hospital next time they need to feel brave, when they're going to have needles and medical tests. I was interviewed by Throwability, Sibling Storytime. I did a YouTube for Michelle Worthington. BFM interviewed me, and I've been in the Redlands City Bulletin. I've been doing a YouTube video where I read my book with Michaela for the blind people.
That's me.
And I was highly commended, and I got a highly commended award at the RCCC Business Awards.
Yeah, that's because you were too young for that young entrepreneur one.
Yep, that's right. My dream is to want to raise $1 million for medical research. 10% of all my sales goes to medical research. One day, I hope to have my pixies in the ambulance. Who knows, maybe I'll have an Apples and Friends TV show. I'd also love a theme park. Thank you for letting me be a finalist.
Fabulous. Congratulations, team. Well done. Amazing pitch and very, very impressive. So, wow. Okay, now you've made it really hard for everyone else in the category, just saying. So I would now like to invite a little bird told me to pitch. And so well done, Lyanna, for addressing gender inequality, I should say. Sorry, words right. Inequality through a children's book. Really great to see it's being translated into multiple languages and that you're seeking ways to get out to more young people. Please tell us more. Can't wait to hear.
Lily, have we got you on the line? I think I can see you. We might move to the next one.
Sure. And Lily, congratulations. Amazing work. And so I would now like to introduce or invite Peter, I think I hope I've said it right, PETA, Empowering the Silent to Pitch, which I love the name of it. So this, so comments from our judges that this was a fantastic business idea that directly addresses the root cause of the problem. Once this idea is available, it will have huge potential of the positive change and enable non-verbal children who are on the autistic spectrum to, I guess, be able to communicate a little more easily and while they're out and about. So we're really excited to hear more about what you have created, Peter. Well done. Congratulations. We'd love to hear from you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bharvi Ashutosh Vaitha, and I'm presenting Peter. When my brother was 2, he was diagnosed with autism, and there were a lot of different methods suggested by doctors and therapists for him to communicate instead of talking. Additionally, I volunteered for 2 years at AEIU, School for Children with Autism, and it is through learning to assist my brother there that I've developed this business idea. At present, the dilemma is that there are no small nonverbal resources that help children with ASD expressing how they feel. The current problem is that the verbal resources used are significantly large, which unfortunately some people in society view these children as disabled. This really bothered me as people were looking at my brother differently because he was carrying around textbooks and iPads wherever he went. This is when my brain went to overdrive and I came up with the idea for a smaller device. The solution is to make an app on Apple Watches for kids with ASD to communicate as an alternative to carrying around iPads and textbooks. At present, there are no nonverbal resources. There are nonverbal resources that exist, and my aim is not to replace them, but to make it easier for kids with ASD to communicate. I will do this by creating an AI that helps people with ASD express how they feel. Peter, your personalized electronic everyday treatment and care advisor. On Peter, there will be 6 tabs. I want, I feel, well-being, sensor, emergency contacts, and settings. I presented my business idea at the Beenleigh Chamber of Commerce, where they taught me how to present my business, develop a website, and create prototypes for my app. Even though I didn't get an offer, it was a great learning experience for me. In the future, I plan to get a developer to create the app and expand to other platforms, not just Apple. I'm currently in the creation for a website where my story and business information are kept. My main aim is for my app to be used in therapy sessions in schools like AEIU. That would be the ultimate for me. Thank you for having me present my business for the Empathetic Entrepreneur of the Year.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Amazing. I think it was the comments on the chat are enough. That's amazing. We're so very excited for your work and congratulations. Very, very cool. And so thank you. And I think we have Lily's video ready to go now. So over to you, Kat, to share that.
Right here, right now, in our world, 2/3 of girls aged from 15 to 24 in the world can't write or read. 2 key skills necessary for growth. With women and girls representing half the world's population, they also represent half its potential. My name is Lyanna Swenson, and I'm a Year 12 student from Somerset College with a dream of studying international studies and law. 2 years ago, I experienced, like many girls in our world, judgment because of my gender that told me I should be a particular.
Sorry, one moment.
No problems. Thanks, Kat.
here, right now, in our world, 2/3 of girls aged from 15 to 24 in the world can't write or read. 2 key skills necessary for growth. With women and girls representing half the world's population, they also represent half its potential. My name is Lyanna Swenson, and I'm a Year 12 student from Somerset College with a dream of studying international studies and law. 2 years ago, I experienced, like many girls in our world, judgment because of my gender that told me I should be a particular way. In an act of doing something about this, I published my own children's book, A Little Bird Told Me, and its French translation, Un petit oiseau m'a dit, to help young students identify when a message about who they are is wrong. The book is underpinned by the philosophy that all people are equal, regardless of gender, race, religion, or age, and the focus is on generating dialogue in young children about the acceptance and integration of all people. It represents a way of thinking about our world, ourselves, and others. The project led me to develop skills, including public speaking to large groups, networking with organisations including Room to Read, Storyfest, and Shio. I've worked with such amazing people already on this and sold and donated over 100 books nationally and internationally, as well as presenting at seminars and festivals. The development of a Chinese copy by one group of students highlights that others also engage in the message, and there's further potential for more collaboration. The project is just one example of my drive to find innovative solutions to world problems. For me, the next step is working with this small product to establish something bigger and more meaningful. In my networking, I've connected with the Australian Yugambeh Museum to begin translating into the local Yugambeh language to bring awareness of the history of language in Australia. This will be extended into an interactive product that teachers could use in their classrooms to discuss and educate our young student leaders about the quality and acceptance of all people. As Kofi Annan said, young people should be at the forefront of global change and innovation. Empowered, they can be the key agents for development and peace.
Oh, I love that, Lyanna, so much. That's such a great message for us today, and I think it carries through all of the entries that we have. So thank you so much. Fabulous.
Terrible human being.
How old are your girls?
So I'm going to, and thank you, I'm going to now move into one of our other finalists. We have You Are, and You Are a great, they have a great business idea in the early stages. There's a clear link between the problem and solution. You Are is attempting to address a problem that is hugely prevalent today. So over to you, You Are. I'd love to hear more from you. Congrats.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Brown. And I'm Nadia Ai. And we are You Are. So self-esteem is a growing issue within our society. Personally,
Yeah, sometimes we find if you have 2 laptops in the same room, it might have the echo. So I'm not sure if that's the case, but I know we've experienced that. Amelia can account for that. Amelia's done that herself. So yeah, I know one else I should.
Do you want to just try again, girls?
all right, sorry about that. We'll start from the beginning. Hi, I'm Gabrielle Blaine, and I'm Mia Totino, and we are You Are. So self-esteem is a growing issue within our society. Personally, Gabrielle and I have both struggled with low confidence and insecurities due to changing beauty expectations throughout high school. Many of society's standards continue to build pressure on young women all over the world, but we are not alone, and neither are the other 4 in 5 young women who experience low self-esteem and insecurity every day.
Our solution to this issue is a handmade 7 by 10 centimeter mirror that can remind the user of self-confidence. We also sell earrings, which we're wearing right now, and rings. Our products are highly affordable, ranging between $5 and $15, and 15% of our profits go to the charity Beautifully Designed, who run mentorship for those with low self-esteem, encouraging girls to no longer look to influencers to determine their self-worth, but to look inwardly and discover the true beauty that lies within each of them.
So you may be wondering why our business is called You Are. We selected this name to enable us to form personal connections with all the customers who purchase our products. The back of each mirror will read You Are, with the customer's choice of a word that will remind them of their worth, a word that is both special to them and makes them feel special.
Each purchase includes a support pack to assist and show our love to each of our customers. They include a safety pouch to keep the mirror safe, You Are specialized girl power stickers, informational pamphlets with tips on body confidence, business cards, and a few motivational quotes for inspiration.
So we aim to remind all of our customers of their self-importance and provide them with a supportive community to aid them through personal insecurities and struggles. All those are part of the UR community will have access to an advice forum where questions and queries are answered with tips. We also wish to grow into a larger community to help all of the young women we can to gain confidence and love themselves.
In the future, we wish to expand our business and build a website of our own, as well as to bring UR pop-up stores to festivals. We hope to reach more people and grow a community which Mia and I can support and mentor. If you wish to learn more about the initiative, please go follow our Instagram page at u.r_business. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Gabrielle. Amazing. You can see the chat. If you look back, it's amazing. Just so many great comments, and we're really excited about your product and how we can all get hold of it. So thank you very much. So very cool. Oh, I have one more entry in this category to introduce. So, and oh my goodness, such a great category. I'm very fortunate. So I would like to now introduce our Full Steam Ahead team. And the judges commented that they have a very clear dual focus, impressive and inspiring to other young people who may or may not have considered the breadth of a career in STEAM. So over to you, Full Steam Ahead.
Thanks, Janine. We'll get started. If you didn't understand what we were saying, we were introducing ourselves. I'm Amelia, this is Jacob, and this is Addison. And Full Steam Ahead is for you.
Did you know that 99.95% of the Australian population don't know Auslan or Australian Sign Language?
Did you know 1 in 20 children Australia-wide live with sensory processing disorder?
Did you know that there are 30,000 deaf Auslan users who are impacted by a language barrier in everyday life?
These are some of the many problems Full Steam Ahead aim to solve.
The Full Steam Ahead team empathizes with each of the communities for which they have developed their innovations, as each member has either first-hand identifies with or through lived experience is connected to the community.
The team are therefore directly aware of the many challenges that can be experienced and the barriers that must be overcome by neurodiverse and deaf individuals.
Some of our award-winning innovations are Talk to the Hand, Learn Auslan, an app that teaches individuals Auslan, Australian Sign Language, through videos, games, songs, and quizzes.
For Talk to the Hand, My Bucket Full, an app for individuals with sensory processing dysfunction, supplying a sensory diet to alleviate sensory overload.
And our AIIA, our Artificial Intelligence Interpreter of Auslan. This device uses object detection models to recognize Australian Sign Language, convert that to text, and then use a text-to-speech enabler so the intended message can be played as audio.
Through our innovations, we aim to create tools for individuals like us to interact with the world a little easier and improve the quality of life.
We'll help you jump on board our journey going
Full Steam Ahead.
Go team, congratulations, amazing work. I love what you're doing, and I love what all of our finalists today are doing. So congratulations to you and the amazing work you've done this year. Oh my goodness. So I think now is the time that I need to congratulate obviously I congratulate all of our finalists. Love all of your work. Tough job on our end. But now I'd like to announce the winner of the Empathetic Entrepreneur of the Year is Peter, PWTA, Peter, Empowering the Silent. Congratulations to Peter. And let's give them our love on the chat and to everyone, really. I mean, we're all winners, I would say. You've all done incredible work, and so very proud of all of you. And well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Then I just muted myself by accident. So I'm going to hand over to Margaret now, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to take a quick, we're going to go ahead to our quick 5-minute intermission so everyone can quickly stand up, have a stretch, have a bathroom break. We'll just put on a little video for the next 5 minutes, but we'll just take a 5-minute break. We'll see you back here very soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. We have just heard that Mark, one of our finalists in the mentor category, has joined us. So we're just going to head now quickly to Mark, who I know through the Catapult program in Logan. And Mark, hope you're ready. I have seen Mark in action as a young mentor, as well as reading the submission, and you're a very inspiring young man to the young people around you. So you've only got a minute, but can you give us some quick thoughts and maybe share some of the things that you've been telling young people in your role as a mentor?
Well, as a mentor, I think it comes from my passion for working with younger people, especially particularly in my age. And I think it's because I've always sort of loved helping people, and I think it stems from me being bullied as a kid. And I found that the older kids, they looked after me because the people in my grade didn't like me. So I think it stemmed from that. And I love helping people, not only in with business, but also in their fitness and their life. And some things I've done recently was I helped a team called Community Kickstart make it to the I helped them in the incubator and the pitch from last night. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but I was very happy just to see them go out there and pitch the idea to an audience, because I remember being in their shoes 1 year ago, and to see them grow and develop was just a very rewarding thing, and I felt like a real coach to them.
That's so fantastic, Mark. Thank you so much for joining us, and you're such a worthy finalist in this category. So congratulations.
Thank you, Margaret.
Beautiful. We now are very fortunate to have, I think, maybe not all, but some of our amazing Indigenous Entrepreneur of the Year Award finalists. And we're going to get ready, Tyson, because we're going to throw to you in a moment. Tyson from Arnhem Sports. The judges were super impressed with your idea, specifically around how you can help other Indigenous young people in rural areas. So please, we would love to hear from you, Tyson, a little bit more about your idea.
So my name is Tyson Ryan, and I'm from Mccrystal, which is in the top end of West Arnhem Land in the Northern Territory. I'm a year 11 student at Haliday Rental School in Darwin. I love my sports, especially basketball. Me and one of my mates named Raphael came up with the business idea, but unfortunately, he's not here because he's back at his community called Colburn Island for a funeral. My business idea is called Honor Sports, which is a sports tournament. This will be aimed at teenagers at the age of 15 to 16. This sports tournament is specifically only for the communities in the West Arnhem Land, in the Arnhem region, both East and West. My plan is to gather teams from all communities in the West and East Arnhem Land, and then maybe bring them to Darwin so they can verse each other there. Where I'm from, which is a remote community, there's always kids and teenagers breaking in, and some of those kids who do bad things are athletic and really good at sports. And with this program, it'll teach them to do good and always make good choices and don't do bad stuff. Thank you.
Congratulations, Tyson. You've got some, I don't know if you can see the beautiful comments that people are making as well. But congratulations on your business. We're next going to head to over to WA, where we've got Alkyra, hopefully waiting on. There you are, Alkyra. Beautiful. Waiting to tell us all about her amazing business, Alkyra Designs. And the judges were super impressed with the progress that you've already made as such a young entrepreneur, and the connections and networks that you're forming to get your business out into the world. So Alkyra, can you tell us a little bit more about Alkyra Designs?
Hiya, hello. My name's Alkyra and I'm an 11-year-old Noongar girl from Perth, and I'm the owner of Alkyra Designs. I started my business because I was getting bullied at school, and I wanted to see all Indigenous kids be proud of their culture. And I had a vision to see all Indigenous kids with my keychains on their bags of pride. My goal is to travel to communities and schools and mentor the kids. I want them to see anything as possible. and I want to see me as an inspiration. And this is one of my products. I want to give back to the community. I want to encourage kids to attend school and have goals to dreams to work towards. I also want to see equal opportunities for Indigenous kids in school. This is so important to be proud of our culture. We have the oldest living culture in the world, and it's just beautiful. Wearing my keychains on bags and keys is always a conversation starter. I want to make a change in Australia. And then this is one of my bags with the keychains on it. I want Indigenous kids to want to go to school, to have goals to work towards. I love seeing kids' faces light up when I hand out my keychains. It made my heart so happy. I've been contacted by some big organizations already, such as the Kathy Freeman Foundation, who purchased 1,000 keychains for their programs across Australia. And I was recently in the West Australian for my business success and my work in the community. It would be great to get some future funding to expand my business so I can mentor and travel to as many schools as I possibly can. I always give back to the community with my business as much as I can. You can contact me on on Instagram, Facebook, and through my email, Alkyra_AlkyraDesigns@hotmail.com. I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity and finalists in the Team Business Awards. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Alkyra, for sharing that with us all. We're now going to head to hear from Babylon, hopefully. I hope we're still on the line, from Indigenous Cultural Awareness Program. And I will let Babylon tell you all about this. But that equally, the judges were super impressed that this is an opportunity to impact young people's health and thought that it was very well presented and researched. So if we can hand over now to Babylon.
Hello, my name is Pablo Williams and I'm from Kachira National Park, which is 3 hours away from Darwin in the NT. My people is Murad people from Jabru, my community. My business idea is Indigenous Culture Awareness Program. This program will create a boot camp for Indigenous kids that are going through hard times, which will build up their self-esteem. This idea is aimed for young people between the ages of 10 and 16 years old. This boot camp will involve small groups training twice a week, ranging from sports to storytelling. Thank you.
That's fantastic, Babylon. And Sharon was one of the judges who I'll bring her on at the end of this category just to summarize, but she said they're very close to her heart and loves this. So congratulations. The next up, we've got Layden with a very interesting idea. And Layden, I am going to really be honest here. I will have to ask you to pronounce the name of your organisation correctly and teach us all. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Layden.
Sorry, we don't have Layden with us, unfortunately.
That's okay. Would you like to tell us the name of it and just the gist of the idea for everyone on the awards? On the virtual link here.
Yeah, we might get one of the other students just to give a bit of an explanation on his behalf.
Beautiful, if they are ready to do that.
Yep. It's on the screen. Yeah.
No, I'm on that side.
That's okay. I'll just speak. My apologies. We don't have any of those language speakers in the room with us at the moment, but it is 2 language words for dugong and green turtle. And that's the emblems that he's referencing in this business idea. Apologies.
No, not at all. Thank you so much for sharing. So we'll head to our last finalist to present for us is Brazen, or finalists, I should say, is Brazen and Jessie with Backyard Barbers. And what their judges really loved about this, before you kick us off and tell us about it, is what the judges really loved about your idea is it's a service business that's really needed, but also they love the element of community connection and things that you're going to bring to it on top of that service. So tell us more about it. I think we may have lost our finalists there. So we're going to bring Sharon up onto the screen, Kat, if we can. And Sharon, you were able to, oh, here we go. Are we okay to?
We're just going to have Tyson come back and speak on Brazen's behalf.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Tyson.
He is from.
So this business idea is from Brazen and Jessie Butcher, and they're both in year 10 in Haliday Rundle. And one Brazen is from Baroola and Jessie is from Papanya, which is in Alice Springs. And their business idea is called Backyard Barbers, which will provide haircuts for people in communities. This idea is aimed at people in communities.
Communities where there aren't people in communities who want a haircut.
People in communities who want their haircut. I can get help to do this from Gary, the Deadly Hair Dude, barber, to go into community. So, yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. We will now welcome back Sharon. Sharon, I wanted to ask you specifically to comment on this category and just what you saw in these young Indigenous entrepreneurs, and then we'll announce the winner.
Yeah, I'm so impressed, and I've always been passionate about business for our people, and to see our young people in communities where there's not many opportunities to be able to come up with these initiatives themselves is so heartwarming. And I've always encouraged and believed that business is the way forward for our people and our communities. And so to see this and to see the continuation and the passion that these young people have is so heartwarming and actually makes me a little bit emotional. But I wish you all the very, very best. Don't ever give up. We have been here and survived for 60,000 years. Lean on your ancestors, your spirits to guide you, and move forward with whatever you all do. Well done.
I think you've made probably everyone teary, Sharon. Would you like to announce the winner? We'll head to the next slide and you can do the announcement.
Yeah. So the winner is Arnhem Sports by Tyson. Congratulations.
Oh, it's emotional. So thank you so much, Sharon, and congratulations, Tyson. And I think everyone in that category is just, as per the whole night, per afternoon has been amazing. And Tyson, also thank you for stepping up and sharing the story of your peers' businesses as well. And well done to all of you. Sometimes it's very hard to speak on these kind of forums if we're not used to it. That's not the most important thing here. Keep going with your business. This is just, a small little event in the grand scheme of things. So thank you so much, Tyson. And thank you, Sharon, for sharing those comments. So we're now going to move to the next category. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to cut you off, Tyson. Did you want to say something? Okay, we'll move on to the next category. So The next category Janine's going to take us through is the most impactful Entrepreneur of the Year award.
Wow, where do I go from here? Seriously, oh my goodness. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Congrats, Tyson. Congrats, everyone. Really incredible work. So I have the very fortunate position of talking about the Impactful Entrepreneur Awards, which is sponsored by Canterbury College, which acknowledges our founders whose enterprises have had the most potential to create impact in the community and make the world a better place. So something very, very close to my heart. So I would like to first introduce our scientists. I guess that's how we say it, scientists. Yeah. And forgive me if I'm wrong, and I'd love you to correct me. And our judges said that they love Nathan is seeking to fix a problem he has encountered firsthand, not only as an immigrant, but also as a student in a country where he would expect that equality in STEM education would be given, and it's not. So over to you, scientists.
I want to start by asking you all a question. What is meaningful to you? Hello, my name is Nathan Nguyen. I am a 16-year-old high school student from Brisbane. In May 2020, I asked myself the same question. What's meaningful to me? Well, I love writing and more specifically sharing my scientific ideas to other people. I was trying to find a place on the internet where I could share my scientific articles to people my age. However, I couldn't find anywhere where I could do that. Being stuck at home doing online schooling, I thought to myself, hey, maybe I could start my own website that allows high school students to share their scientific writing. I named the organization Scientists, composing of science and conscious, because I believe that knowing the power of science or STEM is essential for the youth. After a month, many articles were being submitted by students from various countries around the world. This was when I realized that Scientists could be something big. I decided to establish Scientists as a 501c3 nonprofit organization aiming to provide STEM resources to underprivileged and under-resourced students. Today, Scientists is a global organization with 10 board members, over 200 volunteers, and 2,000 plus Instagram followers. We have physical chapters in countries such as New Zealand, India, Kuwait, and the USA. Currently, we've been uploading online magazines, sharing experiment videos on our YouTube channel, and conducting educational webinars. We also have a podcast called Scientist Soundwaves, where we interview professors from universities such as Yale, MIT, and Harvard. We founded a STEM writing competition, which is sponsored by Crimson Education and AOPS. Furthermore, we've been able to provide one-on-one tutoring for financially disadvantaged students in countries like Vietnam through our online platforms such as Zoom. To conclude, I am so privileged to be able to share my organization to the Teen and Business Awards. Through my organization, I recognize that seeing the joy in the faces of the people and helping others learn and grow hold invaluable meaning to me. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I guess I pronounced it correctly. You didn't correct me. So congratulations on your amazing work. And I'm really, really excited for you, Nathan. Thank you so much. And so I'd love to introduce our next finalist, which is our Full Steam Ahead team, who the judges said had an outstanding example of teams working together, not just to create a solution, but also to inspire other young people to consider a career and business in STEAM. So over to you, Full Steam Ahead.
Hey, does this sound like you?
Do you enjoy coding?
Do you like being creative? Are you an innovator who can think outside the box?
Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur?
Do you enjoy talking to people? And do you like eating raw broccoli?
Well, the last one doesn't really count. But if you answered yes to any of these questions, then we invite you to join our journey as we go full steam ahead.
Full Steam Ahead have a dual focus to provide a platform through which to display the innovations we create and a learning platform through which to inspire other kids to join us in becoming innovators in STEAM fields. As each of us have been homeschooled our entire school education, we've had the privilege of being able to develop and direct our own learning path and follow our own interests. Full Steam Ahead and all developed innovations are a direct product of these learning opportunities.
We know our innovations are having an impact on those around us. Currently, our innovation, Talk to the Hand, My Bucket's Full, is being utilized by a child psychologist and an occupational therapist, each with 25 licenses to share with families impacted by sensory processing disorder.
We've had over 47 purchases of our Talk to the Hand, Learn Auslan prototype to assist our community learn Australian Sign Language. Our AIIA, Artificial Intelligence Interpreter of Auslan, while still in prototype phase, is being utilized by a test group of 10 Auslan users who have provided positive feedback about its real-world use.
While the team have had opportunities to develop these innovations as a part of our school education, many students do not. This may be due to a variety of reasons, including funding, teachers' ability to lead, and the fear of capability, particularly in girls. Therefore, we aim to provide the same learning experiences through our guided workshops and mentorship for students to become innovators.
We run workshops in robotics, entrepreneurship, electrical engineering, hackathons, and girls in STEM. In just the past year, through these workshops, we've reached 97 students.
And we are most proud to say that 48% of our students have been girls.
Our goal is to have an impact on the world around us, as well as helping others develop the skills to join us. For 2022, we aim to increase our student base by 100% and increase our female demographic by 10%.
So, will you join us? Going
full steam ahead.
Nice call to action there, team. Go, Amelia, Jacob, and Addison. Love your work. Well done. Thank you so much. And I hope you're feeling the love in the chat there. Congrats. And so now my job is to go to our next finalist. So please forgive me, but I'd like to invite Alexandra from our Invite Maths Champs Club to pitch. And the judges said that you had such a simple idea, but very smart. And we love that you have included data around the number of students who can access extension maths and provide the potential market for new products. And so we're really excited to see how you can pull this over to you, Alexandra.
Hello, my name is Alexandra and I am 10 years old. My social enterprise is creating and distributing maths enrichment booklets around Western Australia. I have been running Maths Champs for 2 years. I started this to encourage girls in maths. I distribute a physical booklet and not digital, as 2.2 billion people below the age of 25 do not have internet access at home, with girls more than likely to be cut off. Due to COVID, it was discovered that many households in Western Australia do not have computers or the internet in them for children to access their education digitally. That is why I create physical booklets, so that students who do not have access to the internet can still have an opportunity to do my maths enrichment program. Globally, the percentage of females among science, technology, engineering, and mathematics graduate is below 15% in over 2/3 of the countries. I hope to play a small part in changing this. The next step for my enterprise is to have a digital presence by creating a website for those students who do have access to the internet. I am also going to try and get sponsorship for the booklets so that I can distribute them nationally. Thank you for this opportunity and for listening.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Alexandra. That's very, very cool. And hopefully you've seen the great comments in the chat as well. But we are really excited to get access to your maths resources because I think we all need them. So thank you so very much. Congrats. And so again, my job is to announce the next finalist, and this is really hard because you're all amazing. And so now I'd like to invite Miller and Honey to pitch. And so Miller and Honey is by Sophie, and Sophie's enthusiasm and fantastic. Sorry, let me say that. Her enthusiasm. I'm just so excited. Her enthusiasm is so fantastic, and we're clearly very excited with your youth and your ability to make the world a better place. So over to you to tell us more about your amazing idea. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I can't hear you, unfortunately. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with that technology, Sophie, but just checking with you. Hate when this happens, right? Happens to the best of us all the time. Even when we test everything, we think it's going to work, and then last minute it doesn't work out. So we totally know what this is like.
Maybe we'll come back if you want to check the mic. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll work on that and we'll come back to you there, Sophie. So thank you so much. We'll come back. And so I guess the last finalist in this category, I would like to invite Happy Sustainability Ventures to pitch. And our judges said that by using upcycle fabrics. Sorry, my words are confused on a Wednesday afternoon. Angus has helped to address the impact of single-use plastic masks being used and has addressed this business to fund marine life sustainability, something very, very close to our hearts. So thank you, Angus. We'd love to hear from you.
450. That's right, 450 years for just one of these disposable face masks to decompose. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, production of face masks has increased by 12-fold, with millions of extra face masks being made. However, the impact on the environment is the really scary bit. With COVID, millions of extra tons of waste will be produced. This is clearly something that we all have to be concerned by. You can feel the tension building. On one hand, for very good reason, we have World Health experts telling us the importance of wearing face masks. While on the other hand, if the world continues disposing these masks like we are now, we'll be adding to water pollution by at least 25% without blinking. What a massive dilemma. That's why I invented a solution. Hi, my name is Angus Reeson, but most people call me Happy, and that's how I came up with my business name, Happy Sustainability Ventures. My solution is making face masks, not from new material, but instead from clean upcycled fabric. But it gets better than that. My masterstroke was to partner with Ocean Sustainability, not-for-profit Oz Ocean. For every Happy face mask sold, $5 is donated to Oz Ocean. My goal was to sell enough masks so my school could purchase an ocean monitoring rig for Oz Ocean. But guess what? I've raised literally thousands of dollars, massively beating my goal. So my enterprise is 1, helping COVID-19, 2, raising funds for Oz Ocean, and 3, educating students on ocean sustainability, all at the same time. Will you join me in being part of history to help address both the COVID-19 virus and the horrible scar it could leave on the world's oceans? Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Angus. We love your passion there. And so we're going to go back to Sophie now, if it's okay, for Miller and Honey, to tell us, hopefully we have some sound now for your pitch.
I'm so sorry about that audio. It was my laptop.
No apologies. It's technology, right? That's why we need more of you.
Yeah. Okay, so Miller and Honey is a clothing brand that I've developed over the past 1.5 years, built around the concept of slowing down the impact that fast fashion has on the planet environmentally and from a humanitarian perspective. The brand has 3 main values, which include inclusion, equality, and environmental awareness. Combining these values with our much loved and very well-known neutral color palette, we've created a concept store that our target audience is absolutely in love with. Put simply, as a clothing brand, we're doing everything right. We're Global Organic Textile Standard accredited, sourcing our pieces ethically and donating a portion of our profit to climate action charities such as Greenpeace. We are currently designing a What Matters collection, which features apparel which spreads awareness for global issues of injustice as we work with not-for-profits to create designs featuring LGBTQIA+ community inclusiveness, ending violence against women, promoting racial equality, and demanding action on the climate crisis. We usually bring in a 30-piece collection every 2 months or so, and we typically sell out within a few weeks. The idea for this brand fully came into place when I had a customer approach me and said that she loves the clothing I design, but that she was only buying ethically made pieces. And that was when the idea clicked and we changed suppliers. Looking forward, we've already been approached by our local shopping centre about the possibility of opening our own retail store. Once we do, our dream is to expand from there and go Australia-wide and even worldwide. With Miller and Honey already stocked in the Gold Coast, Blaney, and all around Australia, our brand identity is growing every day. You can find us at Miller and Honey on Instagram or millerandhoney.com.
Wow, Sophie, amazing. We're so excited to sign up and we cannot wait. So thank you so very much. And we're glad you got your technology working. And yay, congrats. Thank you for your work. And so I guess my job now is to give congratulations to all the finalists. So welcome, congratulations to all of you. You're amazing. And it's a really tough job for us. I am very pleased to announce the winner of the most impactful entrepreneur category is Full Steam Ahead. So congratulations, team. Let's share our love in the chat and stuff. And well done, team. Super excited for everyone. It was very, very tough on our end, to say. Very, very tough. So I'd love to now call on a special guest, so Amelia Monday from the Full Steam Ahead team, who will be speaking with our special guest, Mary Johnson, who was one of our special judges this year. So I would like to hand over to two of my favourite people.
All right. Hi, Marie. How are you?
I am very well, and congratulations. I am blown away. Absolutely in awe of what you have done.
Thank you. So I wanted to ask you a few questions. You're the co-creator of Nadia Ai. What gave you the inspiration to create this?
So Nadia is the world's first AI-powered digital human, co-designed by people with disability for service delivery. And if you think about government websites and all the complex structures and forms, what this was about was having a way in which people with disability could be helped find and understand this complex information about the National Disability Insurance Scheme. And so co-design involved a whole group of people with disability, in fact, many thousands in the end, people with autism, people who are physically disabled, people with sensory disability, people who are blind, deaf and blind, and people with intellectual disability and cognitive disability. And so the whole idea was to break down these barriers to really meet the objectives of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, which says that people, all people, need to be able to access and understand information and services in context. And so that's what we did. And the reason why I did it is because things were really bad and have to change. And this is sort of now, you know, being really acclaimed worldwide, but it started from people with disability. So this was people with disability breaking ground, breaking these boundaries in a completely different way that eventually will help everybody.
That's amazing. And that's a project that's really close to my heart as well, especially with a lot of my siblings within that community. Another question would be, why do you think it's important to inspire young kids to get into business? And what's your key piece of advice?
Well, my key piece of advice first is don't listen to the naysayers. You know, obviously listen to mentors and all the amazing people we've heard here today. Personally, I'm absolutely in awe of everything everyone here has done. You create the future, and that is why it is so important for young people to get into business, start their business. But when I say don't listen to the naysayers, there are naysayers all through life. And don't listen to them, because this is noise that you don't need and it affects your confidence, right? So don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to their anxieties, because it's not, you know, it's not real. So don't listen to the naysayers. They'll always be there. Continue to think big and be brave about what you think, you know, and that builds your confidence in what you do. And the reason why it's so important for young people to get into business is because you are all the future. And what I have found to be such an an immense privilege in being part of this enormous opportunity to be a judge is that you are creating the future in very, very innovative ways. And so, you know, when you think what the future is going to be like in 10 and 20 and 30 years, who knows? And that actually is quite exciting. So I would say, don't listen to the naysayers, keep excited, be confident enough to think big, regardless of what the obstacles might appear to be. And that was the lesson, I think, with Nadia, who would have otherwise imagined that people with such extensive range of disabilities could create something new for the world. And that's exactly what happened.
Those are some great words of advice, and I couldn't agree with you more. So on behalf of the participants here today, I would like to thank you for your time being here and judging us, and we will move on to the next award category.
Terrific.
Thank you so much, Marie. We have 2 categories left. I know we're running a little bit over time, but you won't want to miss these 2 categories, so stay on with us. So the Entrepreneurial Educator of the Year Award is a category that is so incredibly important when we talk about teens in business. All of our young people, they're either homeschooled, as we've seen some amazing homeschool kids today, or they're in our schools across Australia. And there's I don't think that there's probably ever been a tougher time for teachers than in the last 2 years. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I'm emotional for you. And for these 4 in particular finalists, but also all of the other entrepreneurial educators that were nominated. It was a very hotly contested category, actually. Congratulations on focusing on something that is building the skills of the future for our young people, but in a time where, you know, it was really hard to do it. So congratulations to all of you. I first would love to kick off with Nicole, Amy. The judges, the judging panel thought that what you were doing specifically around collaborations with industry up in Bundaberg there was particularly impressive, and we'd love to hear from you.
Oh, thanks, Margaret. Hi. As Margaret said, I'm Nicole Amy. I'm based in Bundaberg, Kepnock, Queensland. I'm currently a year level coordinator, humanities teacher, and a facilitator on extracurricular social enterprise and innovation programs. We cater our programs Think and Thrive and Ingenium currently for students in year 7 to 12 at our high school. I am a passionate advocate of youth innovation, and that student voice is the catalyst in driving change in our modern landscape. Kepnock is a huge, large secondary school with about 1,400 students, and we cater to a diverse background of families with some of challenging socioeconomic deprivation. The strength of our school, which we're very proud of, is the relationships we continually strive to build with our families, community, as well as the grit and determination of our students to succeed. In the last 2 years, we've evaluated, probably 18 months actually, we've evaluated our entrepreneurial lens and come up with a culture in our school that is one, high expectation relationship culture. We decided that we would have that to value add to innovation and enterprise within our whole school community to involve stakeholders through connections and collaboration with industry. Inclusiveness is our other ethos and our lens, building a culture of collaborative inquiry that is inclusive for all our students and our colleagues and our community. We encompass all those 3 areas. We love connection and collaboration. We're huge connections and collaborators. And I'm fortunate I work with some amazing people who build challenge-based tasks that pose real-life problems with our students. We're currently doing one on how to protect, promote and preserve the Great Barrier Reef, the Southern Barrier Reef, in response to UNESCO's claim that it's in danger. So we're collaborating with local and globalised industry experts. Regional students is our main passion. We're focusing on elevating the status of our raw talent that exists in students in regional areas to empower student agency and embed our intrapreneurial and entrepreneurial mindsets with innovation. We've just recently had an evaluation of where to next and linking in with some beautiful companies who are enabling our journey as us with our students. And we refer a lot to George Couros. He says to develop students as innovators in their pursuits, we must embody this as educators, and that's our journey at the moment. We feel that as leaders, it's important to create a culture with an innovative mindset, but that follow the characteristics that we follow through our deep learning experiences in our curriculum with empathetic, problem finders, risk takers, networked, observant, creators, resilient, and that they become reflective. We have also decided that the word innovative is, people will call it a buzzword. We quite get that thrown at us quite a lot. But through our team collaborations and our students have decided that if we authentically have innovation and innovative students, that we all need to embody and create the cultural landscape through an innovative mindset at all levels. And that's through our connections and collaborations. So, and we're very honoured to be here as a regional school. Thank you.
Well done. I just admire you and everything that you have done so much, and I'm sure everyone on here does as well. I would love now to go to these beautiful people down in South Australia that are sitting all together. They are a submission that's put themselves all together for this award, which I love. It's April, it's Mary, Luke and Roy. I don't think Roy's with us, but all of the rest of you are. And what the judges loved particularly about your submission was the holistic approach that you're taking, the vision that you have for entrepreneurial education to drive that through the entire school, and also your willingness to share that learning with schools around you. So over to you, Heathfield High School.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm April.
I'm Luke, and we're part of the Heathfield team. Roy Page is with us online, but he couldn't unfortunately be with us in the room tonight. But I am going to steal a line from Roy, who's been one of our biggest advocates and a keen driver of this pathway, which is really for us, it started as a program, but it's actually become a pathway. So we are a special entry entrepreneurial school here in South Australia. But what we've learned over time is that, this is something that we could cascade out to all students within the school. And next year, from year 7, 8, 9 and 10, all students will actually have the opportunity to do their learning through an entrepreneurial lens, in a range of disciplines, which is just fantastic. It's probably a bit small to see behind us, but we actually have our year 7 to year 12 puzzle that fits together all the different aspects of entrepreneurial learning. Key to that across every year level is what we consider the key aspects of mindset, from creativity to engagement, self-efficacy, perseverance, passion, identity. And right down the bottom of the screen are the entrepreneurial capabilities that we worked with a number of schools to put together. And you can see the little colourful image on our slide there. But the key aspects of that are students' ability to find opportunity, to learn by doing, and then to actually go out there and make it happen. And we've got a number of fantastic real-world collaborators we're working with. In fact, at the moment, we're doing $20 Boss with our Year 8s. Our Year 9s are doing social enterprises, but at the same time, we're actually working with about 7 different businesses on our Taking Heathfield High School to the World project. I'm going to hand over.
Yeah, as a part of creating this pathway, it was really important for all of us that we made it inclusive. We didn't want to just have the highest GPA students. We wanted to make sure that the learning was accessible to all students and that they could be successful in that. And the way that we've done that is focused in on product, problem and inquiry-based learning.
At year 7 and 8, students learn through entrepreneurship, creating something of value and addressing society challenges.
And at year 9 and year 10, students are starting to learn the language around business, but they're also identifying their own passions and their own interests and starting up their own ventures. In year 11 and 12, the theory is made more explicit and we're developing their skills that they're going to be able to be really successful in their post-schooling life and going to be able to incorporate in their communities as they move forward.
Yeah, and just a really quick shout out to end the night. Massive congratulations to Angus Reeson and his work on the face mask and Ocean, and Luke Humphreys from Rusty Recycle Art, two of our wonderful students. If anyone wanted to ask any questions, get in contact with either of those guys, more than welcome to do it through us through the school. And we do have lots of other cool little businesses running that people might want to have a bit of a look at some point. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you, Heathfield. And you've got Angus in there as your plan, asking how well represented Heathfield are across all the categories, and you are well represented tonight. So congratulations on all your work and all of your students' work. Next up, we have Dr. Renee Jones, from also an educator from Queensland. We'll just let her sort her camera out, Renee. Just checking in on you there.
We've got 2 accounts for Renee, so hopefully one of them is working. If you can get your video on, Renee.
Yeah, we might, there we go. We might pull up the other account. Dr. Renee, while you're getting that sorted though, I will let you know that the judges, the reason why you are a finalist, and congratulations for being in the Entrepreneurial Educator of the Year Award finalist category, is for the amazing work that you have been able to do at your school. One particular thing that they highlighted was the work that you've done with alumni from your school in terms of getting them to help and provide seed funding to your students to take forward their businesses. So they highlighted that. Renee, we can't see you, but do you want to, if you can, kick off and tell us a little bit about your initiatives?
Yeah, absolutely, Margaret. So I'm not sure why you can't see me, but would it be worth me just working that out, maybe moving to my phone while you bring up the next speaker? Is that okay?
Yeah, we're absolutely fine with that. So we'll bring up our 4th and final finalist in this category, Sally Stewart. Sally Stewart is, Sally Stewart, there she is. We've actually very well represented in Queensland and South Australia in this category. Sally is also from South Australia, from Para Hills High School. And the judges were really impressed by your submission, what you're doing at your school to not just embed it, with the students, but really bringing all the teachers along with you, Sally. And that was something that really stood out to them. So please share a little bit more about what you're up to down there.
Yeah, thank you. So Para Hills High School, we're in Northern Adelaide. We're a category 2, disadvantaged school, and we've got a lot of new arrival EALD students. My interest in entrepreneurial education was really sparked in 2015 when I was fortunate enough to hear Jan Owen from the Foundation for Young Australians speak, and she was talking about this new world of work and the skills that young people are going to need to be successful, and one of them was this concept about being entrepreneurial. She also spoke about the $20 Boss Challenge, and so I jumped onto that program and entered my school. And in 2016, we won 2 state awards for the $20 Boss, Social Enterprise and Most Profitable Business. And basically from there, I've just really grown the concept of entrepreneurial learning within my school and also in our region. So I've hosted 2 entrepreneurial expos for 200 young people from our Northern Adelaide School Alliance from 11 high schools, where I've been fortunate enough to grab a whole pile of young SA entrepreneurs who are smashing it in their fields, who were very generous to give up their time and to speak to our students and run workshops with them to support them to grow their ideas as well. And then back at my site, we've grown $20 Boss into an Enterprise Week program where 3 year levels are involved in establishing and running businesses. It's an awesome week. And so basically for me, entrepreneurial education is about just developing that mindset, that resilience, creativity, networking, and then providing opportunities for my young people to connect to their preferred pathway post-school. So, and, being able to apply those entrepreneurial mindsets to whatever it is that they choose to do when they leave school. So, yeah, that's my story. So.
Fantastic. Sally, you're doing such an amazing job. And thank you for joining us, and congratulations on being a finalist. We're going to head to Dr. Renee Jones now. Hopefully we have her. We don't have you on camera, Renee. We'd still love to hear from you. So take it away. Oh, there you are. Fantastic. Thank you.
Am I here? Am I here? Can you see me?
We can't see you, but we can now hear you. So please continue, Renee. Oh, there you go. Yes,
I must apologise. My kids pressed the. You can see me now?
We can.
Excellent, thank you. I've got to spend an amazing time to be an educator. I know we said before that times have been tough, but I think seeing the calibre of the students today and what they presented makes it all worth it. I must congratulate them. I'd also like to recognise all of the entrepreneurial educators across Australia and all the mentors that are so passionate and give their time and energy to really drive the entrepreneurial programs within the community. And I offer congratulations to them and all our. It's really humbling, I must admit, to be recognised as someone that can shape the future of a young person's life. And shaping, I mean, and I think that sense of difference which we've seen that students can bring to the world. When I say I, during my 2-minute pitch today, I can't do what I do without the support and championship of everyone at St Paul's. So the senior leadership team, the staff in particular, the parents, and of course the students. So I've been able to design a model of entrepreneurial education and put that into practice every single day at St Paul's. And the foundation of that program and that philosophy is really that every single teenager and every single young person deserves the ability to engender an entrepreneurial mindset. And more importantly, it's more than the thinking, it's the doing. And I really think that's what's been highlighted today, is that taking that entrepreneurial thinking into the doing phase is really, really gives students that sense of really making a difference. Now, that, I suppose, what I do in terms of the programs, that could be, running groundbreaking, 500 student hackathons. It could be, working with organisations and bringing students in to look at what does entrepreneurship really mean and how they can make a difference. It could be running innovative programs and implementing some new ideas. But I must admit, more often than not, what it is about, it's embedding and entrepreneurial thinking and action into the day learning experience. And also one of the key things is removing the barriers. So you've got barriers that exist such as age. Some people believe that, preppies are too young to be entrepreneurs and we shouldn't be starting that young. So trying to remove the age barriers, trying to remove gender barriers. So timetabling can be, a barrier as well that, I fight to get changed to ensure that we include it. And also the four walls of a school can also be a bit of a barrier. So I see my role as much as engendering entrepreneurial education as well as moving the barriers. And I know we have spoken a lot today about entrepreneurship for our youth being really important for the future of Australia, being really important to enable our young people to create their own work and to create their own futures. And I do believe that is true. Also passionate about what I do believe, because I see it every single day, is that students who do have an entrepreneurial mindset and do act is that they have a better sense of themselves, but they also have better levels of empathy. They're really giving, they cope a lot better with uncertainty, they're really resilient, and most of all, they thrive. And so from my perspective, I think my 2 minutes is nearly up, that I push the boundaries every day because I believe that every young person deserves access, and I really believe that that's what the. So thank you very much for.
Thank you so much, Renee. It's so true. I think that we can have all the programs and the curriculum and everything, but it's just being able to remove those, what you talked about around the operations and the systemizing it and removing the barriers. I think that's what you share with all of these finalists today, and congratulations to you all. As I mentioned, it was a really hotly contested category, probably the only second to the next category, the Teens in Business Awards. So it's my pleasure to announce that we actually could not split. This is the only category where there is a joint winners, and our winners of this category today are Dr. Renee Jones from St. Paul's School in Brisbane and Heathfield High School.
Yeah.
So well done. And lovely to see that happening in 2 states of Australia, and how amazing. But congratulations to everyone in that category. You just so inspiring.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting.
Well done. Well done. Okay, we're still here. Now, look, I know that we've completely overshot our time through to a few challenges. I'm loving that most of you are sticking with us, and thank you so much for doing so, because we don't want to miss these fantastic finalists in our last category, the Teen Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. Luke is first up. You've heard he's a finalist in 2 categories. You've heard a little bit from Luke, but he's going to share some a different perspective as he tells us a bit more about rusty recycle art.
Did you know some metals can take over 200 years to break down? There is discarded metal everywhere over Australia. I've collected small amounts of metal from backyards in the city through to trailer loads of metal from farms in the country. Do you know what's in your backyard? Hi, I'm Luke. I'm 15 years old at Heathfield in Year 9. I'm a lover of our environment, and I'm the creator of Rusty Recycled Art. I create unique artworks from something that was disposed of and has very little value. In August, I held an exhibition in the Sala Festival and sold over 90% of my work and donated $320 to Canteen. From this exposure, I've had 3 businesses asked to stock my work and been invited to 2 exhibitions as well. The money I've made has been reinvested back into my business to help it grow. I've bought a new welder, a new angle grinder, a new welding table, and lots of safety equipment. I may have also bought myself a very nice new mountain bike. I've even taken family keepsakes like old tools with sentimental value and created them into memorial art pieces. The best thing is I've taught my mum, dad, and little brother how to weld, and now I employ my little brother to help keep the demand of my new pieces. I've taken over Dad's shed, and I'm starting to take over the backyard, and there's literally rust everywhere. In less than 12 months, I've made over 2 tons of artwork, and I've saved 4 tons from going into landfill. Imagine what I could achieve in 5 years. Follow my social media pages to see what I'll be creating next. Thank you.
Oh, just sensational, Luke. I can't even imagine what 4 tons of rusted metal looks like, and you're just an absolute champion for the environment, but also to think about, you know, making something beautiful out of something that's just waste at the moment. Congratulations. We're going to move on to our next finalist in this category. So our next entrepreneur is, I had the pleasure of meeting Ethan the other day. Ethan from Dronify over in WA. And the judges are super impressed by both your knowledge and skill with technology, but the way you've really thought of this as a business model and your obviously your first acquisition of customers. So take us on that journey, Ethan. We're bringing you up. Just one moment. There you are.
Firstly, I'd like to thank the organisers and sponsors of the Teens in Business Awards. It is an absolute privilege to be a finalist in these awards. My name is Ethan Buzzer, and I'm a Year 9 student at Scotch College in Perth, Western Australia. Earlier this year, I founded a business called Dronify. This business is pledged to disrupt the world of online visualization. Current online views of residential, commercial, and industrial properties are limited to low-resolution, two-dimensional photography and provide a restricted experience for the user. Sometimes we need to add a third dimension to truly represent something online. That is where Droneify rises to the challenge. Companies such as Google and Nearmap have attempted to address this issue using satellite imagery and low-flying planes. Droneify takes this experience to the next level. In fact, an order of magnitude higher quality than both of these technology giants. 2D maps are great for some industries, but the world is not flat. And with the advancements in VR headsets and AR-enabled smartphones, we can now bring interactive 3D models into the hands of the consumer. Droneify is powered by a revolutionary new technology called drone photogrammetry, the process of using AI-based image processing that turns drone photography into a fully immersive experience. After showcasing my work to Scots College, they immediately commissioned Droneify to create a 3D model of the entire campus. This model became the world's first high-resolution 3D model of a school with VR and AR integration. Scots was so impressed, they immediately purchased VR headsets for all the business development managers so they could present the model to potential clients. As Droneify matured, I identified complementary technologies that created a suite of services for Droneify. These technologies included orthomosaics and 360-degree photography, which augment the photogrammetry 3D models that we already provide. Our commercialization strategy is based upon a recurring subscription model. To date, Droneify has completed transactions in the residential, commercial, and educational markets. Droneify is pushing the next frontier, the next great leap of online visualization technology. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ethan. When I grow up, I want to pitch like you. That's just so fantastic. It's just such a great idea. You've got the traction already. So great to see. Congratulations. We're going to move on to our next finalists. These are three young ladies, Rory, Ashlyn, and Fatima. Hope I'm saying that right. And with their really cool business idea that also is very impactful, and that's why the judges loved it. So take it away and tell us about Sweet Things.
Well, hi everyone, we're Sweet Things, where we created our own social enterprise, a not-for-profit organisation selling dessert boxes in exchange for teenager interest in charity awareness. My name's Ashlyn, and this is Fatima and Rory, and we're all in grade 10 at Canterbury College. We all have a very strong passion for social justice, equality, and advocating awareness for charities. As teenagers, we understand what youth our age want to purchase. Not only that, but we understand that not everyone our age would necessarily donate to charities or have it as one of their top priorities. The lack of teen awareness in this worldly issue will certainly be ongoing, and nothing will change if we sit back and let it happen. Imagine if every Australian student donated only 20 cents to a charity. Imagine the difference that this would make.
Luckily, we have the opportunity to perhaps not change every teenager's mindset on spreading awareness of money to charities, but to help make a start. Our aim is to sell our dessert boxes in hope of gaining as much teen interest in charity donations as possible. Spreading awareness is great, but going that extra step further in donating will make an even bigger impact. Plus, there are sweet treats involved. Our dessert boxes address two outcomes: supplying a product that is not only enjoyable, but also supporting charities. Now introducing our three core dessert boxes up for grabs. Firstly, we have our Chocoholic box, donating 20% of revenue to the WWF Foundation. Our Pretty in Pink, donating 20% to the Breast Cancer Foundation. And last but not least, we have our Hello Yellow, which donates 20% of funds to Cancer Council. This month, we have also introduced our October special, our Halloween box. Other limited edition dessert boxes we will be offering are themed for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, and Christmas. With all these boxes able to purchase for $35, they're not only an affordable, appealing, and delicious gift for any occasion, but they have a significant charitable impact associated when they're purchased. So Sweet Things has achieved a lot in the past 2 months since launching on the 16th of July. We signed up to BOP Industries and spent 8 weeks bringing our business to life, focusing on price, marketing, graphic design, customer appeal, and a lot more. Sweet Things won the Judges' Choice Award in the end, which was a great achievement for us because it helped us kickstart our business both socially and financially. We've also recently received a vegan order from Wayne Gerard, Queensland's chief entrepreneur, which is very cool. So far we have an active Instagram account with around 470 followers, posting around 2 to 3 times a week. We've had a total of 23 orders, so earning around $1,047 in a time span of 3 months. This means we've donated around $209 with 3 charities combined. So if we keep this up, we'll donate $500 by the end of the year. So together we can change the world one cupcake at a time. Thank you very much.
Ladies, they just look brilliant, and I'm sure everyone's hungry for these right now. They just look really good, and what a great story, and very well executed. And for a very early business, actually, you've done so well to get that traction over the last 6 months or so. So now we're going to head to Nick, who's here in the wings. Nick has a fantastic business, which is so complex that Nicholas is going to have to explain himself for you in Cryptify. But Nick, the judges were super impressed with your knowledge around blockchain and your technology skills, but also, again, similar to Dronify in that respect, your ability to then look at how that's how you can use that as a business model, and doing so at such a young age. So congratulations on being a finalist, Nick, and take it away.
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me. All right, let's start now. Large public clouds are popular. They're used by millions of people, but there's an issue with centralization. When you upload your files to a centralized cloud, you run the risk of having those files being stolen or the entire system being hacked in itself. My name is Nick Mahalu. I'm a 16-year-old entrepreneur from Sydney, and I've been creating apps since I was 12. I released my first app to the App Store when I was 13, and after receiving over 250,000 downloads on my app, I was acknowledged by Apple as the youngest app developer in the world. I currently run an app development agency called Appstra, where we develop apps for startups and organizations, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Encryptify, the company I'm pitching today. Messages, files, images, and passwords. These are all the things that we covet and care about the most, but why are we storing them with companies like Facebook, who have access to everything that we store? That's where Encryptify comes in. Encryptify is a blockchain-enabled cloud storage platform, which enables consumers and businesses to store their most private documents, communications, and so much more. But how does it work? Encryptify is built upon blockchain technology, the same technology that allows cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin to operate. But file storage has never been integrated into blockchain tech until now. Housing our system on the blockchain gives us 2 major competitive advantages. The first being that our system is unhackable. Unlike centralized providers like Google and Amazon, when you infiltrate their system, you have access to every single user. This is, you recently saw Facebook was down for an entire day because a hacker group infiltrated one single account. Blockchain technology inherently makes it impossible to hack a single account. And in order for Encryptify to be infiltrated, every single node on our blockchain must be hacked, which is incredibly difficult, seeing as we have thousands of nodes set up across the entire world. It's the reason why Bitcoin has never been hacked in its 10-year existence, while centralized companies have been hacked plenty of times. Our second competitive advantage is that everything that our users or businesses store into Encryptify is completely private. Every image or legal document that is stored on Encryptify cannot be viewed by us or anyone else but yourself. As of now, we have thousands of developers and users signed up for our platform. We've applied for Y Combinator and have already rejected an acquisition offer from a tech company in the States. To see for yourself, check out Encryptify's site at encryptify.live. You can also check out my app development agency, Appstra, at appstra.com.au. Good luck, and thanks to everyone at the event, and good luck to everyone else competing today.
Fantastic, Nick. And I hear that you've been messaging some of the other finalists to offer your support and congratulations, and I really admire that about you as well. Our last finalist is Angus, who's going to speak with us today about his fantastic service business that you've had a lot of success in, and to share happy pause. Take it away, Angus.
Good afternoon, judges. It's been an absolute honour to have made it for the top 5 for this year's Teen Entrepreneur of the Year. My name is Angus Healy, and I'm the owner of Happy Paws by Angus. We're a dog boarding, dog walking, and doggy daycare business based in Brisbane. I launched this business a few years ago in 2017 when I was in year 7. I started this business from my love of dogs, and with I saw a demand for my service, I started for the service as not all dog owners have large yards. Dog owners are very busy and they're very time poor, so I solved that problem. All dog owners can take a holiday knowing that the pet is safe and in my boarding kennels. From the initial startup, I borrowed a school printer to make 1,000 flyers. And since then, my business has financially allowed me to casually employ 2 assistants to come dog walking with me. I've had over 600 wonderful clients and have certainly learned a lot about running a business, all while still being at school. My clients are based in Northwest Brisbane, North Brisbane, and all the way down to the Gold Coast. On a weekly basis, I work with anywhere between 20 to 30 dogs, and when I first started walking dogs, I soon got to know my customers very well and discovered the need for affordable daycare and boarding opportunities to expand my business even further than I've ever imagined. My longest continuous client I've now looked after for over 16 months and still counting. I pride myself on my outstanding customer service, and the proof is in the pudding with my 5-star reviews on Google and Facebook. I'm currently in the growth stage of my business, and I've discovered the power of harnessing social media to both promote my business and provide updates to my customers about their dogs. My business has over 5,000 followers on Instagram and Facebook page and is growing each day. This has now enabled me to develop successful partnerships with 4 different brands. These include dog food, clothing, and dog accessories. And now that my business has taken off, I've also been featured on numerous radio stations and interviewed by our local state member, John T. Bush, about my business. As my business reaches a maturity stage, I'm looking at ways to innovate and grow so that I can continue to provide superior products and services all around the world. I've begun developing an app which addresses a problem which is arising now post-COVID, where people are now questioning whether they have time to be a pet parent. It's a time-shared dog borrowing app where you have the benefit of spending time with a fur baby before taking on the commitment. In addition, I'm developing a silicone sticker pad for the dogs to prevent their burns on the hot pavements of the Brisbane Pass. I also hopefully plan to live stream the dog walk so devoted owners can remotely live stream their beloved pets exercising, or even play like their pet's antics later. These initiatives will help differentiate Happy Paws by Angus from all the other services. It is my desire for exceptional customer service, the willingness to grow, innovate and expand, and my ultimate love of animals that should hold Happy Paws by Angus in good stead for many, many years to come. Thank you.
Wow, Angus, that is incredible. And the judges love that you have started with small with the dog walking and then turned it into the subscription model, and then are seeing all these other problems and looking at how you evolve those and pivot into other solutions as well. It's just so fantastic, and hence why you are our 5th and final finalist. Look, this again, I said this was a very hotly contested category. I've looked at all the feedback from the judges. The reason why you are the top 5 is because of yourselves, the attitude and the passion that you bring. So the management team of these organizations, the market potential for all of your 5 businesses, the business models that you have. So you have a very solid business model, and the momentum in which you have gained over the last year, 2 years, for some of you even longer. So congratulations to the 5 of you. You are all obviously very successful young entrepreneurs, and we can't wait to see what you do in the future. We had to pick a winner, and the judging panel has decided that. The judging panel has decided the Teen Entrepreneur of the Year award for 2021 goes to Nicholas of Encryptify. Congratulations, Nicholas.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. And you stay on with me, Nick, because we're going to wrap up now. So, you know, you can be my little wing person for finishing off tonight's session. It was this afternoon and now it's turning into tonight, isn't it? But I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Inaugural Teens in Business Awards. It was a bit of a dream between Tech Girls, BOP and us at Young Change Agents this time last year that we could showcase young people in this way. We haven't been disappointed. We have been just so incredibly excited to see everyone get involved, and you guys will be, all of the finalists and winners will be the role models for next year, and we'll be profiling you across social media. We'll be in contact with you to talk about all of the finalists get obviously an award and a prize. And we'll be in touch with more information on that. Thank you so much to our sponsors, to Telstra Foundation, to AMP, to Canterbury College, to Academy of Enterprising Girls, who backed an event that's, an awards that's never happened before. So thank you for your support. Thank you to all the judges that volunteered their time to offer that, and they've all given lots of good feedback, so we'll be sending that through to the finalists as well. Thank you to all of our educators and our schools that get all these young people involved, and thank you to all the parents and family and friends that have been watching in today. Thank you, Nick. Would you like to take us out with any last words?
Yeah, definitely. Firstly, I had to thank the organizers of the event. This was actually really good for me to see. And I was really impressed with the tweens and the other entrepreneurs here, especially, which is great. I'd also like to thank my finalists. I've been chatting to some, like I've messaged Ethan a bit, and I've messaged the girls doing the desserts. And I just want to say that, you know, I won, but you guys are doing amazing stuff, and it can't be understated. So congratulations on becoming a finalist. And yeah, I know you're going to do some great stuff in the future. So yeah, thank you so much.
Well done. We'll keep the chat open just for a few more minutes. I know a few people are dropping off, but if anyone does want to do any last minute chat in the chat, we'll keep the Zoom open just for a few more minutes so you can congratulate all the winners. Thank you. Well done, Nick. Well done, everyone.